Somebody left a question the other day on one of my Curspirations. They said, hey Curtis, man, how do I promote my music within my hometown and my community? Good question. How do you promote your music or your beats or whatever it is that you're pushing out there within your community and your hometown? Easy. Get into the community. You have to find ways to get within your community. If you are blessed with a small town, and yes, I did say blessed, and I mean blessed with a small town, you have literally the cheat code sitting around you. Now, you may say, well, my community doesn't support hip hop, or my community doesn't support this or that. Let me give you a vision of what I just had recently. So I was invited out to the Strange Music facilities in Kansas City, Missouri. My second time out there actually to Missouri, but my first time to the Strange Music headquarters. And what I saw was acres and acres of ownership of land and things that they've owned, all within their community that they've all grown up in. And you know who was employed within the building? People who lived in the community. Now you see there's power when you involve your craft, when it becomes bigger than just your contribution to music and you're making contributions to your community, when you're going to your local barbershop, when you're supporting your local clothing brands, when you're showing up to pop-up shops, when you're doing things where you're always a part of the community, even if you have a minor league baseball team and you're a baseball fan and you're always showing up, how else do you think you're going to get opportunities where you're performing at the local stadium? Because they're just fans of who you are and you're just a part of the family. Now, people get so wound up like nobody supports me from my hometown. People are haters in my city. Every single person in your city is not a hater. That's a short-sighted vision. And a lot of that kind of conversation goes down in hip hop, and I can get into a whole nother rant about that, but we got to grow up from that. That's bullshit. What you got to do is get your ass out into the community. When I was campaigning to try to get on this festival called Paid Dues, I had to get into the community. And it was kind of weird for me because I wasn't the most social person. And that's probably crazy. You probably thinking like, Curtis, you wasn't social. I wasn't when it came to meeting strangers. But you know what I had to do? I had to get into every single store and say, would you mind if I put my poster up of my album or a poster up of my campaign, because I'm trying to do something within the community, I'm of the community, and I'm trying to do something positive? The worst thing they can tell you is no. The worst thing they can tell you is the word no. It's 2 fucking letters. Get over it. That's the worst they can tell you. I think you deserve to get that. Not to mention you don't know how much time you got on this earth. Why would you be using that time to be walking around here timid and scared? Life is way too short for that. So if you want to get support from your hometown, you got to support your hometown. If you want to get support from your community, you got to support your community. And it's more than just supporting local hip hop shows. Get your ass to the farmer's market. What? Get your ass to the farmer's market, go to the parades, go to the things that are of your city, and guess what? Then you'll be looked at as a citizen of your city. And on top of that, then you'll be looked at as a representation of it. Now, I know some of you will say, well, where I'm at is biased against hip hop. Where I'm at, it may even be biased against your particular race, creed, religion, gender. I understand that. I fully understand that. But I refuse for you to let that be your limiting belief. I refuse for you to believe that that is where it all ends at. You want to find people within your community. It may not be the whole community. It's never going to be the whole community. But I'm guaranteeing you there are people that are similar to your thoughts and your patterns and your mind. They're probably at the college. They're probably at the local barbershop. They're probably at the arcade. They're probably at wherever people congregate that love hip hop culture. They're probably around, but you just got to get yourself in the community and get out of your room. Once again, it's another Curspiration. Man, if you want to get some of this juice, please subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, please leave so in the comment below. If you want your hometown and community to support you, you gotta get yourself out there. In this life, you will not be full of life until you decide to live life to its fullest. Curtis King at CurtisKingBeats.com.
I can't listen to you. When I listen to you, it's a liability. Cause you be mentally killing my inner energy. So I'm concealing my feelings before you injure me.